Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Batch and Bodega for the holidays. I'm your host, Nick Lateur. You can call me Saint Nick if you want. Might be a little misleading because I'm going to talk about some sinful treats today. We're going to talk about how food is probably the perfect holiday promo gift. We're really going to talk about why Batch and Bodega is such a great option this holiday season, what makes us special, and what is going to really wow your customers as we get into the holidays. But first off, thanks for joining us. I see some of you guys are here already on the live chat. I want you to jump in and say hi. Tell us your name. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what your favorite holiday snack is. Maybe we have something we can help you out with here at Batch, so that we can get this rolling. We want this to be interactive as possible. I've got a special guest joining me. I'll bring on in a second. But let me kind of tell you what Batch and Bodega is before we bring on I'll tease it. It's basically the founder of our great company, the guy that knows everything, the godfather of Batch and Bodega, my food hero. I'll go on and on. I love the guy, but Batch and Bodega is really founded on the idea that food is love. So what we've done is to source small batch, family-owned, women-owned, minority-owned companies around the country that make the most delicious small batch made snacks with a story. So behind all these snacks is a mom, a dad, a brother, an uncle who's screwing on the lid to the jam jar every day in the factory. This is locally made stuff. It's got such a special feeling to it. And what's more special than the holiday feeling that we get, right? Also, we're mixing this with promo. So not only do we have great food items, but we also have printed one-of-a-kind promotional products. You can do one piece minimum of all of our kits. So they're highly customized, highly specialized, and food is going to be here in Q4. I don't want to scare you too much, but with the way supply chain is going, you might not get that tech product or that notebook that you're looking for in Q4. Food is going to be here. We've got great supply chain, great vertical markets here, flour, sugar, butter, eggs, things like that we have domestically that we'll be able to fulfill for you in Q4. But if you want to know if you want to know someone who knows it all, who founded this, who figured this all out, who really created this idea, I'm going to bring him on now. His name is Jason Lukash. He's the founder of Batch and Bodega. Many of you guys know Jason from his fame in the industry, starting Org Audio, and just like the idea. He's like kind of like the Willy Wonka of promo. Would you say that's correct, Jason?
If that makes you an Oompa Loompa, yes. If it doesn't make you an Oompa Loompa, then no.
I'll be your Oompa Loompa.
I know you will.
Yikes. Hey, Jason, why is Batch the best? Why is Batch such a great fit for the holidays? What makes it special?
I mean, there's nothing more personable than, I think, food or sharing like a meal with someone. And food in our industry has pretty much sucked, I'll say it, for many, many, many years, as long as I've been in the industry, which is 15 plus years. And when we created Batch in the middle of the pandemic last year, we wanted to pretty much take a fresh take on food and flip the way food has been done on its head in the industry by bringing in small batch makers. Like you said, all these guys have like amazing stories behind them, and it's done incredibly well for us. And we're even more excited about a bigger holiday season. And like, FYI, if you haven't already heard, and if you haven't already heard, like, I don't know what you're doing. Holiday season is going to be a disaster this year in terms of supply chain and product. I mean, there's a big reason that Amazon had their Black Friday sale yesterday and encouraging people to order holiday goods October 1st. If the biggest retail company in the world cannot get holiday done right, it's going to be pretty impactful in the promo industry. Not trying to scare anyone, but just honestly, everyone who knows me will tell the truth. That's why I think Batch is poised to do really, really well, because we're producing and curating locally curated goods that can be vertically manufactured in a matter of weeks domestically. And that means we can produce and ship orders in 3 days, from our facility in New Ulm, Minnesota, where Batch ships out of. But yeah, I'm super excited for Batch for the holidays. And I think our offering this year is like spectacular. I know you're Saint Nick and I know you love cookies, but I can also tell you've been eating a lot of our snacks gearing up for the holiday season as well.
Maybe.
You can wear the Santa costume. I'll happily wear the Batch apron any day of the week instead of the Santa costume.
Nice. Well, I'm going to add on to what you just said, Jason. The holidays are an emotional time for people, and especially coming off of the last year and a half in our world, as we all know, with the pandemic. I think the emotional value that batch kits offer is going to be extra special this season. When you want to do something highly customized, highly personalized, and delicious for your customers to make them feel special, this is where we win, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, guess what? Jason's going to stay with us. I'm going to bring you back in a second, Jason, but I want to start showing. I'm Santa Claus, so I got to bring some gifts. I got to start showing everyone kind of what we have, some top sellers this holiday season, some great ideas for you to gift to your clients or your loved ones. Keep in mind this whole time and make notes in the chat. Ask us some questions. Hi, Shanna. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for joining us today. You got to keep this one thing in mind while I'm showing you all these delicious, highly customized, personalized, delicious items. One-piece minimums. So we can do one kit with all the snacks, with promo included, with a printed promo product, with a customized note as well. So let me show you the first thing that I think is going to be an enormous hit for the obvious reasons. And this is called the Mixologist Kit. Mixologist Kit is basically everything you need for a delicious cocktail, except for the alcohol. We're not going to ship the alcohol, but it's got classic tonic syrup. We've got grenadine, bitters, and then the promo component. As you see on this image, there's actually a jigger that comes engraved, all at a one-piece minimum. So we can send you the kit here. The Mixologist Kit comes really nicely packaged with a gift note right on top that can say, hey, Susan, I know you want to get boozy for the holidays. This is the perfect setup for you. Love, Jason Lukash. He's going to send these out to you. I just have a feeling. But no, the jigger is included. It's engraved. There's not much more to say about this kit because it kind of is what it is. The Jack Rudy Company is a really well-known cocktail mixing company. Hey, Jason, come back in here because I got a question for you. What makes cocktails so good for the holidays? I mean, food, I like to eat cakes and pies, but because I'm Santa, but like cocktail, like what do you think?
I mean, who doesn't like to party, right? I know you do, Saint Nick. No, seriously, like cocktails are such a good, like, I think holiday thing. Everyone before COVID had their big office Christmas parties where you just see, the random operations managers being blacked out drunk in the corner, which I'm glad isn't happening anymore. And that didn't happen at HBG, but in my prior life, that did happen. But I think cocktails are just good because it associates with like holiday season. I think what's cool about Jack Rudy, these guys are based out of Charleston, South Carolina, and Lexington, Kentucky. Really, really well known for like cool mixers and whatnot. But the cool thing about the Jack Rudy cocktail company and the Mixologist Kit in particular, it doesn't have to be made for someone who necessarily will put booze in it. You can use it to make like your favorite like non-alcoholic drink as well too. Everything you need is in that kit, and it presents really, really nice. And it's just a good way to, I guess, remotely or drop ship to multiple employees like a cocktail that they can enjoy with the favorite holiday character, whether it's Santa Claus or just their family around the Christmas tree during holiday season. I think there's nothing more popular than cocktails around the Christmas tree or just the fireplace around holiday season. So
if you ask my family, they would agree with you. I totally agree. Perfect quintessential sort of cocktail kit for the holidays. I love it. All right, get out of here, Jason. I got more stuff to show. I mean, ho, 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 happy holidays. Everybody, food is love. And if you're like me, I'm a breakfast, lunch guy. I'm a brunch guy. I feel good when I eat brunch, when I eat things like pancakes and the brunchy foods. And this next kit is going to be a big hit. It is a big hit for the holiday season. It's called the Rise and Shine Kit. Rise and Shine kind of explains it all. This kit's got everything you need for a fantastic brunch experience. We've got Hayden Flour Mill's pancake mix, which is some of the best pancake mix of all time. We've got granola, peanut butter, Big Heart Tea Company, loose leaf tea, some Savannah Bee Company honey straws. These are all companies you may not have heard of, but they're making the most delicious small batch snacks. But wait, these are all great snacks. They're all tasty and delicious. But the kit has promo too. And this is the big winner for me in the Rise and Shine kit. You get a customized oven mitt and a nice spatula with your logo printed right on it. This is going to stay in my drawer for years to come. And I was going to remember the person who gave it to me. So from a marketing and promo value standpoint, this has tremendous value while I'm making my pancakes and making my tea. Jason, come back in here, man. What is the best part of the Rise and Shine kit for you? Is it the granola? Is it the peanut butter?
I mean, it's all delicious. Well, thanks for also kicking me out of the screen and bringing me back to life.
Hey, man. Santa's on a time constraint here.
That's fine. I know you have lots of presents to give out. The pancake mix from Hayden Mills. So they're out of Queen Creek, Arizona, which is outside Tempe. But that pancake mix is like delicious. If you've like been making pancakes from like, not going to throw shade, but like Krusteaz and like somebody like Aunt Jemima, whoever makes like the dry powder mix, like this is completely different. This is all like locally farmed in Arizona. You don't think of Arizona as a big flour producing state, but it actually is. But absolutely delicious. We've got the white Sonora mix, which is made with white Sonora flour. And it's really, really easy to make. I've gone through multiple boxes of these making pancakes for my kids on Saturdays and Sundays. And you literally just add water and butter, and like anyone can perfect a pancake, even someone who's not good in the kitchen like myself. But definitely the pancake mix, Nick, like that Hayden Mills Flour Mills pancakes. Once you taste pancakes from them or from that mix, you won't ever eat Krusteaz again. And sorry, Krusteaz, if you're watching, but like you're too big of a pancake company.
I agree with you. In fact, I'm going to save this for later because I'm going to go make pancakes maybe tonight for my dinner. So stay right here, pancakes. Thanks, Jason. Please kindly leave the screen. Is that a nicer way to say it? So I can move on. Thank you, sir. I might get fired for the way I'm treating him, but that's okay. He's the man. All right, let's shift gears. First off, Nicole has a question in the chat. Any gluten-free, dairy-free options? We have several throughout Batch and Bodega, and I'll talk a little bit later about how you can get individual snacks in bulk shipped to you. So we could do things like popcorn, which are gluten-free, and some of our other snacks. So great question, Nicole. Let's shift into possibly our most popular kit and the most bespoke of the kits that we offer. This is called the Speakeasy kit. And I'm going to lower my voice a little bit because of how quiet you need to be around the Speakeasy. It's a very secretive thing. It's actually not. The secret's out. This is a fantastic kit from the way it's designed with this nice gold trim on the matte black box with a magnetic closure. That's another thing. All the boxes in these kits aren't just your crappy U-line white boxes we're throwing Cheez-Its in, right? We've put a lot of time and effort and thought into the design here, and it's just going to make your customers freak out a little bit. When you open the Speakeasy kit, there's another secret door, very speakeasy. It's a secret message. The logo that's printed on this box, you can see it's a UV gloss. All these boxes have logos printed for your customer as well, so they know it's for them. And it's going to be much higher impact than, again, a sticker or a white crappy U-line box. Inside of the Speakeasy Deluxe, we've got all of the most bespoke Speakeasy snacks. We've got Grey Ghost Bakery chocolate bourbon cookies. Adele, I don't know if you have an image of this kit because it really shows off all of the great snacks inside of the Speakeasy. We've also got some Jacobson Salt Co. classic caramels. These are from Portland, Oregon, and I've eaten 2 or 3 boxes in a sitting. It's a wonder why I don't look like the real Santa right now. Big winner in Speakeasy for me is the Herb and Lou's cocktail cubes. I'll talk about those in a second, but the promo that you get a nice printed flask. You can see how this all matches. There's a theme. There's a special quality to this kit that you're not going to get in your other, sort of off-the-shelf crappy Costco kits, as I call them. There you go. Here's a great image of all the variety of items that come in the Speakeasy kit. And a little teaser, too. You see the boxes in these images. We can actually change boxes. If you don't like the Speakeasy kit, we can have holiday boxes available for just a couple bucks extra. So you can make it a nice festive design for that holiday season. But you're still going to get the mixers, the cookies, the snacks. And I'm going to bring Jason back in because part of Jason's job was not only when he created the company, was to actually source out a lot of these makers. So he went to the factories, right, Jason? How do you feel about the Herb and Lou's mixers?
Herb and Lou's, like the story, I think I fell in love with the story more than the product at first, right? So like Herb and Lou's 2 grandkids, right, who were friends, were digging through their like old grandpa's artifacts or history items or whatever. They found a safe, and inside the safe, Herb, right, Herb's grandson, opened the safe, and he found a notepad written with old cocktail recipes on there. And he found out what his grandpa used to do is actually make mixers for cocktail parties beforehand, pour them into ice cubes or ice cube trays, and put them in the freezer so that he didn't have to, spend this whole cocktail party making mixers or making mixed drinks for people. So he reimagined the recipe. Imagine taking everything you need for a cocktail, putting it in an ice cube form, throwing it in your freezer, popping out, putting it in a shaker with your libation of choice, shaking it, and you've got a cocktail instantly. Amazing product. Again, you can use these for mocktails as well too. You can put it with a seltzer or a tonic or whatnot, but everything you need to make the cocktail is in that little like Keurig ice cube tray there. And then you just put in the freezer, add your libation of choice, shake, pour, and you look like a rock star. And amazing story out of Blue Bell, Pennsylvania is where Herb and Lou's is based, but amazing story and phenomenal product as well too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Other kits will get these kind of sort of mass built products, mass-made craft products that you don't know where they're coming from, or they use the cheapest ingredients. There's no story behind them, right?
And I think that's like what's so special about Batch. Like we go to market as Batch and Bodega, but like we push the maker stories almost, I'd say 9 times out of 10 before we push the Batch and Bodega story, because it's so important. Like, Nicole put in the chat right here, like that's the greatest story. And like that's what we want you guys to tell your clients too, because people fall in love with the makers and the people behind the brands just as much as we did when we're curating all these different products to form our kits. So I encourage everyone to send people to the Batch and Bodega website. It's end user friendly, but it's got all the maker stories on there. You can see the pictures of the makers. You can read the Urban Loose story. I think that's really impactful, especially from a brand positioning standpoint for your clients.
Yeah, and we don't want to help anyone more than our neighbor, than the local people that are making these items. Where a lot of us on this call are small businesses, right? That are trying to get by, and that's who we're working with, so we can kind of bring them up and elevate their status. Love it.
All right, I assume you're going to kick me out, so I'll just leave.
Yeah, get out of here. It's getting more efficient, folks. It's getting more efficient. All right, I got another kit, which is actually one of our top sellers throughout the year. So we are talking about holidays and why Batch is perfect for the holidays, but it's really perfect year-round, especially this kit, which is called the Hello There kit. The Hello There kit is perfect, and the power is that it's got a little bit of everything. It's got some sweet, it's got some salty, it's got popcorn, and then it has promo, which is in the form of a notebook, our libretto journal. So at a one-piece minimum, you get the beautiful box with the logo printed on it. You get all the snacks, and you get the libretto journal with a logo printed as well. And this is great because this is the one that can be the onboarding gift at the office. This can be a little thank you gift to maybe after a sales call, right? And it's got a little bit of everything, a little bit in the mix. That poppy popcorn, we're going to talk about that in a second, just for you, Nicole, gluten-free stuff. But what I want to talk about in this one is Martin's handmade pretzels. And they have a really cool story. Jason's got a great story. He actually found Martin's and actually made pretzels with these guys. So he knows the whole thing. Right, Jason? This company was established in 1935.
Yeah, like 1935. Nothing good came out of the Great Depression except for pretzels, I think. So Martin's, amazing story. These guys are out of upstate New York, 3rd generation pretzel company. So I braved the Arctic winter in upstate New York right before COVID hit and went up there and handmade pretzels. If you haven't handmade a pretzel before, it's extremely difficult to do. I did not make that full tray worth of pretzels. I made like 3 on there because I didn't meet the QC requirements for the proper folding techniques that they had perfected over 3 generations. But they have upstate New York, 3rd generation owner. The actual owner of the company now is about 20 years old. He's the grandson of the original founder who founded it during the Great Depression. You can taste pretzels from like Snyder's and like Rolled Gold, or I think that's a pretzel company, but like there's nothing quite like a hard baked, hand twisted Amish or Mennonite pretzel, which is most of the pretzel companies are Amish or Mennonite founded. But amazing, like literally there's 5 ingredients in it, but like I'll never eat another pretzel. And again, like you get 4 in there. They're pretty healthy. I think Nick's holding up the nutrition facts, but they're actually like not that bad for you. What is that? There's only 70 calories per pretzel. That's it. Definitely, I would think it's more, but nothing like eating those when you're sitting. Santa's going to eat some pretzels right now.
Only 70 calories. That's like, under 300 calories.
I need to go in and like let's get that crunch. It's that first crunch.
What, Jason? What? Sorry.
Typical Santa. Not the crinkle of the bag, but that first crunch when you bite in the pretzel is like absolutely amazing.
They call me Chris Crinkle, by the way. Oh,
there's nothing like it. And you get 4 of them in there. The Hello There kit's a great kit. It's just like a good generic kit to give out to any type of company or any type of gift for any time of the year, especially during holiday season. But with the libretto journal, there's nothing like spilling pretzel crumbs while you're writing some notes at work.
Big facts, Jason.
I write that down. Yeah.
Big facts. All right. Now, get out of here. All right. Swat them away with my handy dandy fly swatter. I'm going to try to chew this pretzel. And while I do, let me tell you about a couple great options. So I showed you 5 of our top kits here. For the holidays, we actually introduced a couple of new boxes. So if you don't maybe like the aesthetic of one of those kits, you want it to be a little bit zhuzhed up for the holidays, we can upgrade those kits. almost every kit we have, with the exception of a couple of the larger ones, we can put in the Woods box or the Celebration box here. So you can see a couple of examples. This is our Rise and Shine with the box here next to it. So you can show the beautiful festive nature with the same delicious batch ingredients on the inside. So really great option to update your kits here with us. A couple of holiday boxes. And if you wanted something even more holiday-ish, more winter wonderlandy, I got one more little kit to show you. It's more on the value end, and it features our Poppy Popcorn. It's the Winter Wonderland kit. You can see this one's for Santa. It's me. Shh, don't tell Nicole. I'm the real Santa. The Winter Wonderland comes with 3 different flavors of Poppy Popcorn. So you have it's a variation of our movie night kit, but in a beautiful wintry box. This was a great top seller last year because, again, it's at a value price point, and it's got the most delicious popcorn made by Poppy. And Poppy Popcorn, I don't know if you know this, corn is naturally gluten-free. So the popcorn that is made, most of it is, or it's all non-GMO, which is important as well. We've got no artificial flavors, colors. It's all natural stuff. And what I like about this the most is kind of the story that's behind it. So Poppy Popcorn was started by a lady named Ginger Frank, who was a sort of a corporate slave, like a lot of us. Not a slave, Jason, just kidding. And she she wanted to spend more time with her family, was the bottom line. And she happened to make the most delicious popcorn. She built it into her own small business. They have good distribution, good enough for us, at least, and for you. And million different flavors. In our kits, we have some stock flavors like Poppy Mix, which is caramel, jalapeno cheddar, and white cheddar all mixed together. It's like the most intense, delicious bite of popcorn you'll ever have. But that's just a small example of who we're working with and who we're bringing on board here at Batch and Bodega to make the experience extra special. I'm not going to bring Jason back in yet. I want to talk about a couple of our new kits. A couple of the new things that we have that are going to be available mid-November. Okay. So these are brand new kits that are coming to the market that are really actually great timing for the holiday season here. The first one's called our Dinner in a Box. Pretty self-explanatory. Dinner in a Box is like spaghetti night for the whole family. Only the top ingredients here. We've got the deluxe kit has olive oil. It's got a nice wooden spoon that's engraved. It's got pasta. We've got the pasta sauce or the gravy, as the great Sharon Schiffelhuber says. Also got a pesto option and then sourdough focaccia mix, like unbelievable. That's dinner in a box. You can even see how the box is designed. It kind of looks like a home delivery dinner in a box kit. Super nice. The next one we have is called Wake and Bake. And I just heard a lot of your ears perk up. No, this is a brunchy kind of Bloody Mary kit, right? So we have the most delicious Bloody Mary mix. We've got a Hot Little Biscuit has this awesome buttermilk biscuit mix that's my mouth is starting to water just thinking about it. And of course, we've got to throw in a bamboo cutting board with a logo on it as the promo component. We've got some delicious chia raspberry jam. Just the most sort of, leaning toward boozy, but almost not, kind of brunchy kit here. That's the Wake and Bake. And the next is on the value end. And it's something we think is going to be a big hit. It's called the Happy Hour, the virtual happy hour kit. So this comes with a couple of craft mix drink mixes. That's the food component here. You can mix this with your seltzer water or other mixers or booze, of course. And then the promo component is a couple of coasters. We've got a couple of custom printed coasters. I got to drive this home again. This is all at a one-piece minimum, guys. So you can get this kit. It's at that super low value price point, and you can just do one. This one's actually great for your mailers because it ships flat. So the freight is very low on it. You can ship it out and say, hey, can't wait to see you on the next virtual trade show or virtual happy hour. So those are upcoming November 15th. Look for those to launch. Get your pre-orders in now. We'll be able to help you out with those. Will you bring Jason back real quick? I kind of feel bad about kicking him out last time. Hey, Jason. Oh, you did it to me. Oh, okay. Got me. I thought I was fired.
I was going to leave and not come back because you were a jerk, but it's fine. I'm back.
I just wrapped up some of the kits that are going to be super popular. But I wanted to ask you what your favorite flavor of Poppy Popcorn is before we get into this next segment.
Reindeer Crunch, hands down. It's the holiday one. Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, I got him. Don't worry.
There's nothing like more delectable than eating salted caramel popcorn with walnuts, pecans, cashews, drizzle, and craft dark chocolate, as it says on the back. But just like chocolate covered melted popcorn goodness in bag form. But you get that in the Winter Wonderland kit to mix with, the other flavors that Nick's somehow consuming all of right now. But cool, like everyone does like those crappy. I've got like those popcorn tins. Like I don't know about you, Nick, but like last thing I want to eat popcorn out of is like a non-Prop 65 compliant lead container, which is most popcorn tins. So like, do not give popcorn tins to people this holiday season. It will hurt them. It will kill them. Do not eat popcorn out of tin. Eat it out of bags like Nick is right there, but super, super tasty. And again, like Ginger, when she started the company, they're based out of Asheville, North Carolina, which I think you missed, but she just want to be there like for her kids. And like, there's no better story than to associate with a company that just wants to like support families, right? So share popcorn, eat a whole bag yourself like Nick's doing now, but don't eat it out of tins. Eat it out of a Winter Wonderland kit.
What I heard there was work-life balance, Jason. That's what Ginger was going for. And I agree.
Kill you.
Yeah, exactly. All right, leave again, please. I'm probably going to get fired, guys. That's okay. I'm Santa. I'll figure out another job at the North Pole. Okay, so we're talking about snacks. We're talking about all the most delicious snacks in the Y. But what if you don't want a full kit? What if you want just some of this delicious poppy popcorn, or maybe you want some sugar spun cotton candy? This looks like a good size, but you can crunch it all down and eat it in one bite. I've heard. We got a solution for that. We can send you bulk snacks through our supply wing at Batch and Bodega. So if you love let's use Poppy as an example because I have it here. We've got an additional assortment of probably another dozen flavors that Poppy offers that we can send over in bulk that aren't included in our kits. We've had several customers really starting to ramp up this holiday season now because they like to fulfill their own kits or just send snacks out in bulk to a big office or a meeting setting. So that is available anywhere from Poppy popcorn all the way to hot chocolate. We've got this delicious Malvi hot chocolate that can be shipped. It's only offered in bulk, but case quantity of one. So smaller minimums. You don't have to buy, hundreds and hundreds of pieces of these. Our minimum quantity started at probably 6 to 12. So that's a great option for food, for your own kitting needs this holiday season. And then I want to shift gears and kind of wrap up this whole presentation with something called Fresh. Batch and Bodega Fresh is literally, like it says, delivering fresh food items that need to be refrigerated or frozen directly to doorsteps. And that's not something that we're making. These are established, top-notch, beautiful. I can't even speak because my mouth is watering so much. These are amazing makers around the country that are kind of well-known, from Justice of the Pies, which is in Illinois. And then we have We Take the Cake, which is in Fort Lauderdale. We've got Killer Brownie out of Ohio. They have distribution to where we can ship their freshly baked or freshly frozen, in the case of Cool House ice cream, products directly to the doorstep of your customer with a packing slip that has the gift note to it. So you want to Jason scared the crap out of you earlier about supply chain. This is where Fresh, where you need that last minute gift where you're like, oh gosh, we need to send something over to Bill. He got us all the sales this year. Overnight delivery of Fresh is really where it's at. Nothing makes people feel better than food. Trust me. Guys, it's been fun. It's been a great little half hour or so with you. I'm going to keep eating my popcorn. Jason, will you come back? Because I think we need to send all of our friends off in style here. And there's nobody more stylish than you. I love your shirt. Beautiful shirt, apron. If you could tell, if you had one learning experience over building this amazing company that I love to sell, that I think everyone loves to eat, that everyone loves to buy, what's your biggest point of sort of like, what's your biggest advice, I guess, for people going into this holiday season when it comes to Batch and Bodega and food?
Advice? Well, how about like 2 points I'd like to hammer down. One, like buy from batch, support small businesses like HPG. You're sending orders to us, but we're sending orders to small businesses. It's like, the kids are popping popcorn with their parents. Like, support small business, especially like during the holiday season. The economy needs it and the country needs it, so do that. Second, like, a lot of distributors do their own kits, and that's why I think supply is a good play, because like if you don't like our kits, I don't know why you don't, but you could order just bulk food from us, and instead of like going to Costco and sending like someone like Nature Made granola bars. I like those, but like no shade at Nature Made. You can get it from us, like, and to build your own kit. But also think about like it's a pain in the ass to build your own kit. That's why we created batch. So many distributors were doing this themselves, where you'd go to Costco, get your Doritos and your Lunchable, shelf stable meats, and put them in like a Uline box with a sticker on it, and like just look like an idiot to your customer because it was like the most lackluster kit possible. We did this to make your life easier and to make you look better. Honestly, truthfully speaking, that's why we created batch. Like, we didn't want distributors to have to create their own kit. So, like, you're going to pay for a batch kit, but like, think about the time you would spend in line at Costco during the holiday season and how much your customer would yell at you for making a really badly presented box. Like, come to batch. We'll make your life easier and we'll make you look like a rock star.
All right. Well, I can't say it any better. So to recap what Jason just said, everyone, don't be an idiot. That's what you said.
Don't go to Costco.
Don't be an idiot. Buy from us and not Costco. Support your local makers. And
no, you go.
I was just going to say, this is the best way to make the holiday season special for your clients.
I was going to say, there's a couple of questions that maybe you can answer really quickly, or it looks like Adele or someone behind the scenes is doing it, but Evie elbow cough. Drop shipping, Nick. Drop ships to multiple locations. What's the drop ship charge?
Yep, $2 a piece for drop shipping.
That's $2 you ever spent was not having to deal with that crap yourself.
That's right.
Just saying. Mm-hmm. And then
the first 10 batch kits are drop ship free of charge. So if you do 10 or under, there's no drop ship fee there.
And then Lisa wants to know, can we ship on our account? Lisa, you can ship on your account. The only thing you can't ship on your account for is fresh, because it's all overnight and there's like dry ice forms, and like, you don't want to deal with that. So all fresh has to be on our account, but for everything else, you can ship on your account if you want to as well. And there's no third party charge to do that. Like, we're not going to charge you to ship on your own account. If other suppliers do that, that's just mean.
Yeah, that's right. One last thing I want to drop for you guys. In the month of October, any pre-orders for your batch kits, you can upgrade to the holiday box free of charge. Now, they won't ship out until November because some of the boxes aren't in. The celebration box is in, but all of your orders this month that you send in with a promotion code that we're going to be blasting out to you guys, you'll get free upgrade to a holiday box. So, and
let's end on that, because you mentioned it earlier, but again, if you don't like our boxes, we've got that box. What's it called, Nick? The holiday box?
This is the celebration box.
Celebration box. And the other one's the
woods box, because I got some goo on it. Because because it's kind of a crafty, woodsy. It's got a wood logo that's engraved on it.
Yep. So if you don't like our boxes, you can upcharge, or you can change to those. There's a slight upcharge for it, but like, if you want like that holiday look and feel, it comes with like crinkle paper, and all the contents that are packed inside of the normal boxes are packed inside there. So I'd recommend doing that, or just like stick with our box if you want. Like Nick said, those are ready to ship the middle of November. So if you're shipping holiday orders before middle of November, maybe go with our stock box. And then a couple other questions, Nick. Alex Bowen asked, can you add company branding, like a decal to the outside the box? So every box actually comes with a customizable 4-color process digital like metal plate on there. So the one that says Monday, that Alex can be like a full color imprint there. But if you're asking about fresh, like fresh ships in a shipping box, there's a custom packing slip with a gift note in there. And it depends on the maker. Like, if it was a bulk order, we might be able to do custom stickers on the outside. So you just have to ask your customer service rep about that. But it's a great question. But all of our stock batch kits come with full digital printing on the outside of the box, and then a custom handwritten note card that goes inside of it. So you can say like, Nick, I love you, even though you ate all the pretzels, love Jason or whatever. So great question there. And then,
can you hear that?
Free box. Lisa said, thanks for the answer. Both said there was an $8 charge to ship on our account. Not that I'm aware of, unless you are, Nick.
I'm not.
No, I'll take it as a no. I mean, I'm not aware of an $8 charge to ship on an account. So,
Lisa, we'll get with you, because we just kind of have our drop ship fee in them.
Yeah, and then no minimum, no setup, full digital, 3 days. Can't beat it. Anything else to add, Santa?
I just want to say thank you, Jason, for starting this company. I think it's a brilliant idea. It's part of the reason I came to work at HBG is what we're doing here. And also, thank you for letting me shove you out of the screen so many times.
No problem. Thanks for wearing a Santa costume and eating some snacks. Sounds like you got a real hard job.
I didn't even know I was wearing this.
It'd be so great to be in sales and just do this all the time.
Ho, ho, ho. Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.